Perfect.
Hey everybody, it's Daniel Jangula. Thanks for tuning in to another edition of Tips from the Trainer. For today's video, I've got a fun little exercise I'm going to show you. In previous episodes, if you will, a lot of the exercises I focus on are kind of more for like functional fitness or, you know, joint health, recovery. This one is basically just like straight muscle development. It's kind of like a bro-y kind of thing, right? We're gonna get some really good activation out of your shoulders, getting all three heads firing up in one movement. So a lot of people, if they're doing just straight shoulder development, they might do like a front raise, a side raise, and maybe like rear flies to hit the anterior, medial, and posterior heads of your deltoid. But with what I'm going to show you, you get some pretty good activation in all three heads in just one movement. Maybe not the best exercise if you do have previous shoulder conditions, but if your shoulder is good to go as you know it, you don't really have any history of any issues, then you're good to go. So let's get into it here. What you're going to need, I've got a kind of medium to heavy gauge band. So you can borrow these at the attendant desk at the Active Living Center. And what we're going to need is, I generally use a kettlebell, but you could theoretically put it through just a weight plate on that center hole. So I'm going to put the band through the handle of the kettlebell. I'm going to keep a relatively narrow grip on this, and basically all I'm doing is kind of like a front raise into a back fly at the same time. Now I've got to be really careful because I don't want the weight to kind of come up, smash me in the chest, in the teeth, or down there. All right, so just make sure you're in control of that. The bounciness of the band also adds another challenge to the exercise. You get kind of variable resistance as you're going through that, okay? Now you're gonna be feeling a lot in the medial delt, and making sure that you're doing that back fly, getting a little bit of activation between your shoulder blades to get those back muscles activated. You're also really gonna feel that posterior head of your deltoid fire up with that. So I'm using relatively light weight. Even when I'm going full force with this, I don't think I've really gone above like 25 pounds. It's surprisingly difficult, and generally you're doing a higher rep range, maybe like 8 to 12, to get a little bit more blood flow. It's not really a strength exercise where you're doing, you know, like 5 reps or less kind of thing. So I'd be throwing this in at the end of like any push or pull day, or if I'm just isolating shoulders, it's a really great exercise solely for that muscle development. It's just for fun. So try it out, and I hope you guys like it. Thanks for tuning in.